Hi, today the final episode of Season 3 of the anime Demon Slayer was released. This series turned out to be very interesting. The best series in this season. I really liked it. Before starting the review, I would like to ask you to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because it motivates you to make videos. Last week's episode ended with Tanjiro finding Huntengu, but not being able to chop his head off, so he starts running away again. Tanjiro runs after Huntengu and realizes that he is running out of strength and won't be able to catch up. Then he remembers Zenitsu's words on how to master his body, and Tanjiro starts to run at lightning speed like Zenitsu. Again, Tanjiro tries to cut off Huntengu's head, but the latter grabs him and nearly crushes him. But Nezuko and Genya come to Tanjiro's aid. Tanjiro then falls off the cliff with Huntengu and Nezuko. Huntengu runs off again to find people and eat them to regain his strength. Tanjiro didn't just give up and join the fight again. Nezuko lost consciousness and could not help. Then a sword comes from somewhere, and here Tanjiro sees Tokito, Kotetsu, and Haganezuka. Tokito says to Tanjiro to take the sword and defeat the demon. Tanjiro tries again to cut off Huntengu's head and succeeds. It begins to dawn, and Tanjiro runs to Nezuko to tell her to hide from the sun. Nezuko shows Tanjiro that the demon is still alive. Nezuko begins to burn in the sun. Tanjiro has a difficult choice: try to save his sister or kill the demon. Nezuko decides for him and just pushes him away. Tanjiro begins to remember his whole journey with his sister. Tanjiro gathers his strength and finds Huntengu's main body. It was in the heart of the big body. As Tanjiro began to chop off Huntengu's head, Huntengu remembered his past. In the past, Huntengu was supposedly blind and said that it was his hands, not his own, that were killing and thieving. Then it turned out after all that he wasn't blind and had to be executed. But Muzan made him a demon. Tanjiro defeats Huntengu, but he starts crying because he couldn't save his sister. And then a miracle happened. Nezuko is still alive, and she can walk in the sun, and most importantly, she can talk again. Tanjiro couldn't believe it. Then Mitsuri is shown fighting Zohakuten, but he evaporates. Muzan couldn't believe that Nezuko could now walk in the daytime when the sun is shining. Now Nezuko has become his target. After all, his goal is to get the ability to walk in the daytime. Shows how he became a demon in the first place. He was seriously ill and didn't have long to live. He summoned a doctor to cure him. Muzan took the medicine, but it didn't help him right away. It helped him after a while, but by this time he had already killed the doctor. Muzan started hunting for people and started looking for a cure so he could walk around during the day. Next, Tanjiro, Nezuko, Genya, Tokito, and Mitsuri meet and rejoice in victory. Everyone was shocked that Nezuko could walk when the sun was shining. Also in this episode, we were shown Tamayo, and who was surprised by Nezuko's change and thanked Tanjiro for everything he does. Tanjiro is about to leave the village, and the head of the village decides to thank Tanjiro for his help to the village. Even Haganezuka was happy to see Tanjiro, though he hides it. At the end of the episode, the villagers decide to solemnly see off Tanjiro and thank him for saving the village. This ends the series. I decided to give this episode a 10 out of 10. This is the best episode of Season 3, and one of the best Demon Slayer anime series ever. The whole series consists of interesting moments. The episode also features a lot of interesting moments, like how Tanjiro defeated Huntengu, Nezuko isn't afraid of the sun anymore, and Muzan's story was shown. At this point, the review ends. Thank you all very much for watching. For the likes and subscribe to the channel. Now we are waiting for Season 4.